Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to What's Up 200 and I don't actually know what yet because I'm going to film this video in stages. I've got some Zwift races in between, so this could either be 278, 279 or 280, depending on how long it takes me to film. So I got myself some new bling, a beautiful absolute black 40-tooth oval gravel chainring to go on that bike, which has been, much to my family's disgust, living on my windowsill in my conservatory. It's a great way to store it in a nice, discreet manner, and I get to pretend I'm looking at the TV watching films when I'm actually staring at my beautiful bike. Anyway, most important thing, the Haribo weight test. So, the absolute black 40-tooth oval SRAM direct mount gravel chainring has been fitted. I didn't bother recording the fitting process because, quite frankly, I was losing my shit trying to get the existing cranks off. They'd been tightened up so much, I had to take a rubber mallet and some serious force to the Allen key to undo the non-drive side crank. That said, after the removal of the existing crank and the existing chain set, putting it all back together again was an absolute cinch. For this initial test of the new chainring, I'm going to try mix things up with some tarmac, gravel, mud, sand, up and downhill. Oh, speaking of uphill, hang on, I've got to change gear. And just see if I notice any difference in the pedalling stroke. So far, just riding on relatively flat tarmac, can't say I felt any difference at all. But one thing I have noticed immediately, it is absolutely silent. Now, when we hit the steeper climbs, it's not exactly going to be a fair direct comparison anyway with the existing SRAM chainring, because that was a 42 and this is a 40-tooth. Oh, big puddles. So any improvements in terms of ease of climbing that I find will be more down to losing a couple of teeth at the front rather than the ovalness, ovaltiness of the chainring. I just done my first little steep uphill muddy section and I'm loving having a 40-tooth right from the bat. It's lovely being able to just sit down like I am now. This is 7.5% I'm on at the moment, very slippy mud, but I'm able to just sit down and gently spin to keep momentum going. I've not changed the tyres yet. As much as I love these GravelKing SKs, they kind of found their limit on this slippy, muddy terrain on a couple of occasions. So a set of nice, thick, knobbly WTB nanos are the way to go, I think. Jesus Christ. Both wheels locked up then, had no steering whatsoever. And it was pure luck that I missed that tree. Oh my God. Oh, that's the deepest mud I think I've ever been through. I really didn't want to have to put my foot down in that because it would have just sunk straight into it. Oh shit, my rear light's just fallen off. Come on, you bugger. Come on, over you go.
There we go. Something that I think I've noticed as an improvement that I really wasn't expecting is actually how it feels when I'm climbing out of the saddle, as I am now. Although my back wheel's sliding now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's probably no science to back that up, and I might just be really looking for something to justify it other than the looks, the weight. Oh my god, look at this. Oh yeah, I'm through. The looks, the weight, and the quietness, but it does just seem you get a little bit more urgency when I'm climbing out of the saddle. Strange. Anyway, I like it. So I've arrived at one of my favourite roads in the world, and until recently I didn't even know it's here. It's super smooth, super quiet, and just lovely, but it's freaking freezing. Right, let's have a proper look at this beauty, shall we? There she is, resplendently wrapped in a beautiful gold chain. Sorry about the mud and rain. It was immaculate only 20 minutes ago when I left the house, but that's what this bike is for. As you can see, the original SRAM Spider has been removed. This is slightly concave or convex, depending on which way you're looking at it. So it dishes slightly, fits onto the 3-bolt system that's just on the back end of this drive side crank. Tighten up, 7 Newton meters, Bob's your uncle. And looks, it's just, I know I keep going on about the looks, but I'll be honest, like I mentioned in a post, I don't really care whether I felt any difference or not. I love the look of it. It's bloody gorgeous. In terms of the weight saving, wasn't as significant as I was expecting, considering how much of the existing crank set, oh my glasses missed up again, considering how much of the existing crank set was being removed, but 40 grams or thereabouts saved, not to be sniffed at. That's a reasonable number of Haribos, so I'll take it. But yeah, it's all about the looks and the quietness for me. For 65 quid, money well spent. This isn't really what this ride was about, but I'm going to try for a PB up this road. Let's have a crack. It's very steep. I think I might have gone off a bit hard. I've forgotten how steep it gets up this bit. Whew. You know it's been steep when 8% feels like a nice rest. Oh, here comes the killer hairpin. Power to the top. That's the worst of it done. Is the only way out of here back down again? It goes where, sorry? Along that way?
No, that way.
Back out, okay. Thanks. Alright, the path carries on down there, but it's getting kind of late. I've never ridden down here before, so I'm not sure I trust that. It looks a little bit too gnarly, and I have no idea where it's going to end up, so I think I'm going to turn around, go back the way I came. It's a bit narrow and thorny for my liking, don't it? I wimped out. I'm going back this way. One more quick job before I turn around, head for home before the light disappears completely. Let's go and say hello to the llamas. And as I'm here, it would be rude not to go and say hello to my little goat friend just round the corner. Little goaty dude's not here. Probably a good thing, given it's minus 7,000 degrees today. It's probably nice and warm in one of those sheds down there. Right, let's turn around, head for home. Right. Whew. Okay, I found a very conveniently illuminated spot right next to the in-betweeners car to try and summarise. What have I got all over my face? Oh, it's horrible. Right, so absolute black oval SRAM gravel direct mount 40 tooth chainring. I'll do something I've not done before. I'll try and do a kind of out of 10 grade. Looks 9.5. I'm not quite sure what would make that a 10. Maybe if it was titanium, I don't know, but that's as close to perfect for me. I love it. I've always loved the Cannondale spider crank things, chain rings, and this has a similar feel and look as far as I'm concerned. Performance improvement, I'm not even sure I can give it a mark. So I honestly didn't notice anything. What I will say is it absolutely hasn't made it any worse. What it has done is reduce the weight and made it quieter. So they're not really performance enhancing, other than in terms of if you enjoy your ride, you tend to go longer and faster. I don't know, is that a thing or have I just made that up? So performance, it's just on a par. I already love the SRAM 1x, so which I would say is an 8.5 out of 10. So I'll give that an 8.5 out of 10 on performance. Noise, 10 out of 10. Absolutely silent, even caped in this amount of crap. Beautiful and incredibly smooth. It really did feel like the bike was brand new again. Weight saving, I mean, it's just about as light as cranks get, so it's not a huge saving, but it's light, so 9 out of 10 for that. So you do the maths, add up those scores out of 40 or 50, whatever it was. But yeah, my overall impression for 65 quid, I think it was a worthwhile experiment. Like I say, I wasn't expecting much, but it definitely hasn't made it worse, but it's made it quieter, lighter and sexier. So in my book, that's a big win. Right, riding home, it's nearly pitch black. This camera is definitely making it look lighter than it actually is. So my kids and wife will be very worried. And in actual fact, I might be too late to do my, hang on, what's the time? Oh, I'm cutting it fine to do a live what's happened. So if that doesn't happen tonight, this is the reason. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.